Confusion you feel may be the catalyst for big changes.
Hey everybody, it's Don Rivera and Bonnie Morris, and we are Cards and Constellations, the only show on the net where we're combining astrology and tarot to help you figure out the week in advance. Here we go. This is for the week of June 2nd through the 8th. Let's get to it. Bonnie, what do you say astrologically speaking?
We have, first of all, to take care of the moon. The moon is in Virgo. It's in your sign at 12 degrees, and we are doing the first quarter this week. That's all about doing the work. So go back in your journals or whatever to September 3rd of 2024 at 11 degrees of Virgo. That was when we had the new moon and you set those intentions. Now going on to March 3rd of 2026 at 13 degrees of Virgo, we'll have a full moon. Now the full moon's going to illuminate everything and allow you to see where everything is in case you miss something. You might want to change it, and that's the time to do it, and then you pivot. Now this all concludes on December 1st of 2026 at 9 degrees of Virgo. It's time for completion, time to turn away and wait for the next new moon. Now Virgo, known as the Virgin, ruled by Mercury, mutable sign, meaning it's a chameleon. It will go however it needs to, and it is the sign in Earth, a very well grounded. This week is about emotional transformation and healing with Venus conjunct, that means together, with Chiron, and the moon is opposite of Saturn. Now that means they're pulling at each other. Saturn's got more weight than the moon, so that's where I'd place my bets. There is more discipline and less emotion. You will have lots to talk about. We are being directed towards more discipline, commitment, responsibility, structure, borders, boundaries, limits. You'll be able to concentrate better. There may be some romance around the 6th. Be careful. You're being asked to take action, but the confusion you feel may be the catalyst for big changes. Don, what do you have?
Oh my goodness. I'm curious now. You got me really curious to see what the cards are going to say. Yes, there's a lot going on. A lot going on over there. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. No matter what Ms. Bonnie just said, enjoy this week. Make this a positive week, positive energy. Pick up on that energy, okay? There is a lot to celebrate in your life. And so I want you to take this week and make sure you're entering in a positive spirit, a positive way, because when there's work to be done, and there is work to be done this week, as you get through that work, if you do it in a positive way, if you approach in a positive way, you'll flow through it, okay? Let the positive energy flow through. Let's make sure that we are putting our negative energies aside. Make sure we just say, nope, not today, Satan, get behind me because I am positive. And I'm loving this. This is you in loud and in control. This is you taking control and making sure that you're ushering in the steps necessary to ensure that the happiness happens. Again, because you're setting this up. This happiness isn't just this week, okay? This is the energy around you this week, but you need to make sure that you create this energy for the rest of the month and the year, okay? We're at a pivotal point. We really are. There is a pivotal point right here. You can give in to the negative, or you can see this as an opportunity to set the standard. And that's what you have to do. You have to set the standard, because if you don't set the standard, then guess what? You're going to be facing a few weeks of some really negative energy, which is going to feed into negative results in your life. So let's make sure that we focus first on our energy. And again, that's the king. Now we just had the emperor. Now we have the king of wands. That king of wands is that patient energy. This is that energy that says this week, I want you to use logic. I want you to use reason as you face the things that are around you. And I don't want you to get into your feelings. I want the happiness energy. I want the energy of positivity, the energy of I can accomplish it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. We're going to put that into action this week. And this is the creative energy too, because this isn't the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the guy who can run a business, who can make things continue well. This is the guy who creates. This is the entrepreneur energy. So remember, he creates the energy. He creates the situation that's around you. And so when he creates that positive energy, again, creating positively, he then ushers in himself a positive life. So remember, we're building life, we're building energy, we're building a basis, avoiding conflict. We ain't doing the conflict, which is what I just said. And we are going to move into a happier time. And this is going to last you for the rest of the year because this is a long-term happiness. So let's focus on the joy. Let's focus on moving things forward in a very, against objective standard, moving forward, saying, this is how things are falling. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what we have to do. And therefore, you will see the happiness delivered to you down the road because you did the work now and you took control. And when you take control, you're going to celebrate. That's what I got.
Sounds good. I think there's a lot to be learned there. Virgo is very much well-grounded. Not as much emotion as there is logic.
Yes.
And so what you were saying, to stick with the logic, and but there's some healing going on in the emotions. So the first 6 months of this year have been kind of chaotic, but it's to be known that the second 6 months of this year are supposed to be incredibly different. So let's look forward to it.
Which is kind of what I was saying with the cards, like do the work now for the happiness down the road. And that's that celebration card. And again, also what Bonnie was saying is you have to do the work. Don't look to somebody else to do the work. You have to do the work. And when you do, the reward will be there. I promise you. And astrology promised you. There you go. You got it both ways. With that said, also show us the love. Show us love by hitting the like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. Additionally, somebody else needs to hear this. And so when you help us and you help others by sharing our information, you also help us grow our channel. And we would truly appreciate that. With that said, we will see you next week with another reading. And remember, we're the only two people under one show doing the astrology and tarot. This is unique. Again, share it out. We'd appreciate it. Have a great one from Cards and Constellations. Adios.